Hi, how are you? We'll get started in a minute or two. Good morning. Smile. Get your mat set up, and we're actually going to start on our backs today. So wherever that lands for you, if that's with your knees bent, or just laying out completely long, arms soft, legs soft, just find some space on your back that provides comfort, and softly close your eyes. In these first few moments, you have nothing to do but be still and connect with yourself. Start to bring your attention inside, asking yourself how you feel in this moment, and then starting to draw your attention to your breath. Try to keep your eyes closed and think inside yourself, checking in with maybe your heart, your breath, maybe all the way down into your belly. As you bring in new breath, imagine sending it to all those places, fingertips, toe tips, all the way down your spine. And just breathe. I often forget that I have these beautiful chimes that came from somewhere in France. My music isn't working this morning, so I'll play some of this. I think it's a beautiful sound. Start to deepen your breath, filling all the way into your belly, and softly exhaling, slowing that exhale down. Getting to a point where you're almost breathing like you're breathing out of a straw. Nice, slow breaths, pulling your core in tight on those exhales. Big, full inhales all the way into your belly. Long exhales, slowly pushing all the air out until you can feel it tighten in your low belly. On your next inhale, pause your breath and sigh it out, melting yourself in a little bit more into your mat. Big full breath in, pause, and sigh. Slowly bring your knees into your chest, squeezing yourself in, giving yourself a gentle hug. Bringing your forehead towards your knees, rocking side to side, giving yourself a soft back massage. And then slowly let your knees fall to the right side. Bringing your arms open to a T. And finding those full breaths again. Imagine feeling that space between your ribs expand with the inhales. And twisting just a little bit deeper on your exhale. Starting to straighten that top leg, bringing your toes slightly towards your shoulder, allowing for a little bit more extra stretch in that side. Finding those big full breaths. Continuing to sigh it out. Slowly bringing your knees back to center, pulling yourself in tight again, giving yourself that gentle hug. Again, bringing your forehead towards your knees. Squeeze yourself in, and then let your knees fall to the left. Arms come out to a T, bringing your gaze to the outside fingertips. Feeling that breath stretch that space between your ribs. On the exhale, twisting just a little bit more. Taking that top leg, straightening it out, reaching those toes towards that shoulder, and breathe. Bring your knees back into center, squeeze it in, And start to rock and roll forward and back, moving into your spine, going a little bit faster, getting to a place where you can roll all the way forward into your tabletop pose. So in your tabletop, your shoulders are over your wrists, your hips are over your knees, and just start to move into your spine, into your hips, into your shoulders. Softly close your eyes and just move. Move in a way that feels good. Maybe that's fast, maybe that's slow. But find that breath again, inhaling and exhaling. And start to exaggerate your movement wherever you are. If it's cats and cows or hip circles, find big, soft movement. Really making that spine move. And find one cat. Really arch that spine. Stay lifted there, stretching into that top shoulder. Allow your low belly to drop, looking up towards the sky. And breathe. Coming back to tabletop. Pull your belly in tight, sitting up strong. You're going to take your right leg straight back behind you. Foot is flexed, heel is pushing back. Imagine that heel is pushing into something like a wall behind you. Pull the belly in and breathe. Bend that knee. You're going to pulse the foot up towards the ceiling 10 times. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten it back out. Push that heel. Add the opposite arm. Thumb pointed up. Fingers reaching to the front of the room. Keep reaching. Lengthening that spine. Breathe. Slowly extend it out to the side. Leg and arm. Pull the belly button in again. Straighten it out one last time. Big full breath in. Slowly lower it down. Taking a breath or two in the middle here. Lifting the opposite leg. Again, heel pushes back like you're pushing against a wall. Belly pulls in tight. Breathe. Bend the knee. Pulse the foot 10 times. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten it back out. Belly pulls in. Add the opposite arm. Thumb pointed up. Reach to the front of the room. Breathe. Extend the arm and leg out to the side. Pull the belly back in. Straighten it back out. Big full breath. Lower it back down. Finding about 3 more breaths here in your tabletop. And then you'll find your first down dog. And explore your down dog. Coming up onto your toes. Maybe stretching those calves out. Finding those places that feel good. Finding stillness, taking in 2 deep, intentional breaths. Big, full breaths. Fill completely. Exhale it all. Slowly walk your feet forward to your hands. Coming up to a halfway lift. Pull the shoulders back. Gaze comes forward. Stay lifted here. Belly pulls in tight. Strong back. Big, full breath. Fold it forward, touching your toes, allowing your head to fall. Imagine the weight of the world rolling right off your shoulders. And start to let go. Let go of what is not serving you today. We're all so stressed. We're hanging on to so much. Try to let that go with each of these forward folds, really letting it all go. Come back up to a halfway lift. Make contact again. Pull the shoulders back, gaze forward, breathe, and fold. Allow that head to drop, sway it side to side. Slowly come all the way up to standing, reach those fingertips high, look up towards those fingers, lean back, feel the stretch in the front of your body, and stay here. Feel the warmth building up in your arms. Shine your heart, shine your smile. Slowly bring those arms down to cactus, looking up, stretching through the front of that chest. Fingertips reach up, finding a side bend to the right, pushing that left heel down, stretching that whole space between the ribs. Come back to center for a breath, look up, lean back, and move to the left. Come back up to center, look up, big full breath, fold it forward, touching those toes, allow that head to drop. Planting your right hand, twisting up towards the ceiling. Switching it up. Opposite arm reaches up. Both hands come down, hanging in a forward fold. On those exhales, letting go. Halfway lift and fold. All the way back up to standing. Reach it tall, moving just a little bit faster. Reach it up, find those cactus arms, look up, stay for a breath, and find your side bends. Staying as long as works for you. If it feels good, stay. Coming back to center, taking that big full breath, folding it forward. Halfway lift. Coming down to your first high plank. Stay lifted here. Elbows pull in towards those ribs. Heels drive back. Gaze slightly forward. Breathe. Squeeze that space between your shoulder blades. Squeeze the belly in. Down dog. 2 full breaths. Feet come to your hands. Halfway lift and fold. All the way back up to standing. Reach it tall, look up, lean back. Fold it forward. Halfway lift. Plant your hands. High plank, stay. Elbows pull in tight, breathe. Low plank, stay for a breath. Up dog, look over both shoulders. Back to down. Big full breath. Feet forward to your hands. Halfway lift and fold. All the way up, reach it tall, look up, lean back, fold it forward. Halfway lift. Hands plant, high plank to low. Up dog to down. Finding that sun A 2 more times. Down dog, bringing those feet forward. Halfway lift and fold. Bring it all the way up to standing. Back through to down dog. And then one more time. Come up. Staying in any of those places if it feels good. Checking back in with your breath. We'll end up back and down dog together. But there is no rush. Sometimes those side bends feel so good that you want to stay. Sometimes just a forward fold. Back in your down dog, find 2 breaths. Fill completely, slowly exhale that air out. Feet come forward to your hands. Halfway lift and fold. Bring your heels and toes together, finding your chair pose. Sit it down low, squeeze those legs. Hands at heart center, push those palms together. At the same time you're pushing the palms, you're pulling the shoulders back, squeezing that space between your shoulder blades as you push in. Belly pulls in tight. Turn on your best chair, leaning into your heels, lifting your toes slightly. Breathe, sit lower. You got it, breathe. Stay. Squeeze those legs all the way up to standing. Reach it tall. Big full breath. And fold. Halfway lift. Hands plant high plank to low. All the way back through to down dog. Big full breath. Right leg lifts. Knee to nose. Bring that knee in. Squeeze it in tight. Straighten it back out. 3 times. After your 3rd time, you'll bring that knee all the way forward for warrior 1. If at any point you want to skip those knees to nose, you can. Take your hands into this front knee, this front thigh. Drive it down, hips forward, reach those fingertips up. Big full breath. Really land this warrior 1. Everything's turned on. Legs are strong. Breathe. Hands to heart center, warrior 2. Pull those shoulders away from your ears. Energy out those fingertips. Reverse your warrior. Stretching over that head. Sky archer. Straighten the front legs. Stretch that whole side body. Feel that space between your ribs open. Hands come all the way forward. High plank to low. Up dog to down. Or straight back to down dog. Moving right to that left side. Knee to nose 3 times. Bringing it in tight, straightening it out. Then coming all the way forward for that warrior 1. Deep bend in that front knee, shifting those hips forward. Reach those hands up. Breathe. Warrior 2. Reverse. Sky archer, really stretch that whole side body, fingers to toes. Hands come all the way forward. High plank to low, up dog to down. Bend your knees here, pulling your core in tight. Hop those feet forward. Halfway lift and fold. Find that chair pose again. Heels and toes together, sink it down low. Squeeze those legs, hands to heart center, push in. Squeeze that space between your shoulder blades and breathe. Lifting off those toes. All the weights in your heels, sink it down low, breathe. Squeeze those legs all the way up to standing. Reach a tall, big breath. Fold it forward. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, find your way back to down dog. Right leg comes forward, warrior 1. Find cactus arms here, looking up, leaning back. Hands come behind your back, stretching the front of that chest. Bowing it forward for humble warrior. Shoulder brushes the inside of the knee, allowing the head to drop. Staying in the legs, you're going to plant your hands on the mat, stretching into this outer hip. Down dog, however you want to get there. Finding 2 breaths in your down dog. And then warrior 1 on the left. Landing that warrior 1, shifting those hips, reaching those hands up, finding those cactus arms, opening up, looking up. Fists come behind your back. Stretch the front of that chest. Look up. Bow it forward. Shoulder brushes the knee. Release the neck. Staying in the legs. Planting those hands. Stretching into this outer hip a little bit. Down dog. 2 breaths. Big full breath in. Sigh it out. Right foot, warrior 1. Reach those hands up. Find those cactus arms again. Lean it back. Hands come to heart center, warrior 2. Side angle, take your arm to your thigh or all the way down. Opening up that hand towards the top of the room, stretching that side body. Your arms pushing into your leg into your arm, your base is solid. Reach that hand, stretch that side body, and breathe. Left hand plants, dragonfly twist. Reaching it up, twisting it up. Both hands come to the mat. Staying in this high lunge, but you're going to pull your shoulders back, shining your heart forward, breathing and staying here. Lifting it off completely. Hands come to heart center. Breathe. Hands plant all the way back through to down dog. 2 breaths. Inhales and exhales. Left foot, warrior 1. Cactus arms. Stretch, look up. Hands to heart center, warrior 2. Side angle. Reach that top hand forward. Hands, arm and leg are strong. Reach it. Dragonfly twist. Both hands to the mat, staying in this high lunge. Come on the back toes. If you're not already there, lift it up. Hands to heart center, breathe. Hands plant all the way back through to down dog. 2 breaths, big inhales. Sigh it out. Bend those knees, hovering over, squeezing yourself in. Hop those feet all the way forward. Halfway lift and fold. Chair pose. Squeeze those legs together. Arms, hands to heart center. This time we're going to twist, hooking that elbow on the outside of the knee, pushing the palms, bringing your gaze to that top elbow. Twist and breathe. Lift the left toes. Staying in this chair pose. Breathe. Extend that foot all the way back. Crescent. Reach those hands up. Take those shoulders, pull them away from your ears. Breathe. Hands all the way down. All the way back through to down dog. 2 breaths, inhales and exhales. Bend those knees, hovering, squeezing yourself in, hop it forward. Halfway lift and fold. And find that chair pose again. Legs squeeze together, sink it down low. And breathe. Pushing those palms, twisting it to the right or the opposite side this time. Elbows push in, or hands push in, looking towards the elbow. Breathe. Lifting the right toes, finding the balance to start. And then stepping it back through to crescent. Reach those hands up. Breathe. One more inhale. Hands plant. Find your way back to down dog. Skipping a few of those push-ups if you want, or maybe adding in a couple more. Find yourself in child's pose. Big wide knees, big toes touching. Sink back. Find that breath again. Checking back in with yourself. How do you feel right now? Do you feel like you've let go of anything? Or are you still holding it in tight? The stresses, the anxiety. Start to let it go on those exhales. Finding a place that's safe. You are safe, you are strong. You will get through all of this. Continue to find those deep breaths, those inhales and exhales, finding strength in the inhales, letting go on the exhale. Slowly, you're going to bring it back up to your down dog. Right foot comes forward for warrior two. Deep bend in that front knee, hands to heart center. Arms come straight out, energy out those fingertips. Bringing your gaze to those front hands. Deep bend in those knees. Strong, connect with your power here. Belly pulls in tight. Shoulders pull back and down. Breathe. Continue to find that breath. Find your power. Staying here, being strong. Side angle, again, sweeping that top hand up forward. Arm pushing into leg, leg into arm. Dragonfly twist. High lunge, stay lifted here. Step it right back to down dog. Left foot comes forward, warrior two. Finding that strong warrior two, connecting with your power, squeezing those legs, sinking it low. Breathe. Side angle. Dragonfly. High lunge. Down dog. 2 breaths. On your second breath, let go of so much. Taking in that big full inhale, really sigh it out, let go. Let go of those deep spaces that you don't want to. Right foot forward for crescent lunge. Take up a lot of space on your mat. Strong in that back foot, on that back toe, the ball of that back foot. Hips are forward, deep bend in this front knee. Fingertips reach up high. Find those cactus arms again. Elbows pulling down. Squeeze the space between your shoulder blades. Look up. Squeeze those legs. Everything's turned on here. So much strength and power. You guys have it. Stay with it. Breathe. Shift those hands slightly forward. Coming on that back heel. Reach. Lower that chest down. Stay lifted here. Keep reaching, reaching, reaching. Lifting off. Warrior 3. Breathe and stay. Heel is pushing back, lowering that chest down as far as you can. Hands come all the way down, standing splits. Find 3 curtsies here. Both feet come down, hanging in a forward fold. Let it go, squeezing yourself in. Settle that breath, find it again. Down dog, however you want to get there. Big full inhale, exhale, let it all out. Left foot forward, crescent. Take up space, deep bend in this knee. Pushing off hard off this back foot, hips are forward. Reach those hands up. Find those cactus arms. Strong cactuses. Those elbows are pulling down. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Look up, breathe. Step the back foot in as you reach those fingertips forward, lowering that chest down, keep reaching, feeling the stretch in the back of the foot. Breathe. Lift off, warrior 3. Staying with it here, connecting, reaching those fingertips, pushing that heel. Breathe. Standing splits, 3 curtsies. Both feet down, widen your stance. Yogic squat. Elbows push out, knees push in, palms push together. Shut your eyes and find some stillness here, allowing your hips to stretch, not being in a hurry to go to what's next. Being in the present moment. Finding our internal strength, our internal balance. Big full breath. Let it out. Opening your eyes, bringing your palms down, staying either for the stretch or finding yourself in crow if you'd like. I like to come here with my hands down, stretching into my hips a little bit more. It just allows for a little bit more stretch. But if you want to take it to crow, feel free. Big, strong crows. Land your crow. Smile, look forward. And as I always do, if you're landing that crow, if you're in there, you're strong, jump those feet all the way back. Nobody's watching, try it. Down dog. Feet come forward to your hands. Halfway lift and fold. Come all the way up to mountain pose. Feet are shoulder width apart. Heels are grounded. Finding the 4 corners of your feet. Coming up to your hips. Taking that tailbone down towards your heels. Belly pulls in tight. Shoulders pull back. Hands are turned on here. Gaze is softly in front of you as you try and lift that crown of your head higher. Stand proud. Eyes are open or closed, however works for you. Feel yourself grounded into the earth. Feel your strength. Feel your balance. Feel your power. Nobody can knock you over because everything's turned on, using all your strength. All you're doing is standing, but you're standing with such strength and pride. Imagine you're at the edge of a cliff, just opening up, starting to lean back, opening those hands a little bit more, feeling the stretch in your chest. Hands come to heart center. Big full inhale. Let it out. Bring your hands down to your hips. Get really grounded in that right foot. Try not to dump into that hip. Squeeze that glute muscle. Lift your left knee. Foot is flexed. Finding that position again. Shoulders pull back. Hands are turned out and strong. Breathe. Straightening the leg. Pulsing that leg up as you reach your hands. 10 times. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kick that foot back behind you, arms at your side, pushing those palms down, airplane pose. Push that foot back, palms push down, lift the chest, squeeze those shoulder blades, breathe. Trying to stay in that leg, hands come to heart center, bring that knee up, staying in that same leg, try and do it, reaching, crossing the leg over, sitting it down into gentleman's pose, sinking into those hips, not bending forward. Breathe and allow yourself to feel this stretch. Maybe you're bringing your palms all the way down to the mat, or maybe you're just falling all over. That's okay too. Staying with that stretch just a little bit longer. Shaking it out. Finding your way back up to standing. This time getting really grounded in that left foot. Don't dump into that hip. Squeeze that glute before you lift. Lift the knee. Arms out at your side. Pull the shoulders back. Straighten the leg. Foot is flexed. Reach those fingertips up. 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kick that leg back. Finding your airplane. Stay with it. Stay with that same leg. Try not to fall out. Push the palms. Lift the chest. You got it. Stay. Slowly bring your hands to heart center. Bringing that knee forward again. Slowly crossing it over. Gentleman's pose. Sitting down into those hips as far as you can. Breathe. Bringing your palms down as low as you can. Staying with the stretch for a few more breaths. Standing it up. Shaking it out. Finding that mountain again. Super strong. Coming into tree pose, however you'd like. Maybe your toes are down today. Maybe they're up on your calf, or maybe they're all the way up. Sometimes you can even bring the foot in front, finding the balance that way. It allows for a little bit of extra stretch in the hip if you want to try it. It's a little bit harder on the balance. Reach those hands up wherever you want. Finding a strong supported tree. Adding your smile wherever you are. You'll slowly transition to the other side, finding tree again. Maybe your hands go in a different position this time. Smile. Love yourself in this moment. Love your tree. Love your strength. Slowly finding a forward fold. Widen your stance. Allow that head to drop. And let go. Again, trying to let go of those things that aren't serving. Feeling a space that's safe and vulnerable. I often say sometimes it takes me to the last breath of class before I really let go. But I think that we're all in places right now where letting go feels too hard because we know that there's too much emotion behind it. So I give you a little bit of a challenge today. If you're in that place where letting go feels too much, give yourself some space today to do that, to let go, to be raw, to be real. A week ago Friday was one of those days that I didn't have a choice with that. Anything was going to take me down to that point of tears. I needed it. My body needed it. But sometimes it's so hard to let go. We don't have to be strong all the time. Slowly come down to your mat, finding your way to your back. And we're going to start or end like we started by bringing our knees into our chest, allowing them to fall to the right side, finding a supine twist. Straightening that top leg. Maybe you reach for this back foot if you can, or reaching for the toes. We're going to stay with this stretch a little bit longer. You can bend the top knee if it feels better. My hips are ridiculously tight, so my demonstration purposes don't work so great here. Feel your body twisting those internal organs, getting things moving, but also letting go in your hips just a little bit more. Slowly, you're going to come across to the other side. Finding a place for a little bit of extra stretch. Maybe you're reaching for that foot behind you or on top. It's called like a pretzel stretch. It's a really good stretch if you can get into it. Breathe. Slowly bring your knees back in. Finding legs up the wall pose. Toes pull back towards your face. Belly pulls in. Pull that belly into the mat. We're going to slowly lower the legs. Nice and slow. Allowing the heels to hover. Bringing your gaze towards those toes. Slowly bringing it back up. Continuing to go at a pace that works for you. Breathing, pulling that core in tight. The next time you go down, start to split those legs. Moving just a little bit faster. The feet are flexed. Breathe. Stay with it. Flutter kick the legs up. Flutter kick them down. One more time. Knees come into your chest. Squeeze yourself in. Breathe. And let go. Finding Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of your feet together. Knees out wide. One hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. Close your eyes and settle your breath. Sending yourself some love. Maybe it takes two hands today. Maybe both hands need to go on your heart. Send yourself some love. I'm going to repeat it. Send yourself some love. On your next exhale, let go. Trying to let go into those deep places. Being okay with the raw vulnerability for these last few moments. Find stillness, your Savasana. Arms are soft, legs are soft. Softly close your eyes. One last big full breath in. sigh it out, and be still. I'm going to leave you here, allowing you to stay as long as you need to stay, but challenging yourself to let yourself stay for a few moments at least. Give yourself these moments of peace and quiet. Thank you for sharing your practice today. Namaste.